Farha binti Kamaruddin. My matric number is 2018-279-886.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Wanur Aisyah binti Wan Kamaruzaman. My matric number is 2018-634-332.
My name is Nur Fairuz Aida binti Muhammad Fazil and my matric card number 2018-412786.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Zaidi bin Idris. I am from KIM110-4C.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Faizal bin Ahmad Kamal. I am from KIM110-4C. My matric card number is 2018296636. Our company name is Kashaf Record Center. Our motto is to secure and quality of preserving records is our priority. Our vision is we strive to be Kashaf Record Center for the management and preservation of the client's recorded information and promote access to information while protecting the privacy of record subjects. Our mission is to manage and preserve information for the use of private sector, and our work supports the roles, rights and responsibilities of all those affected by the record information in our care. Our objective is first to receive and administer all records in whatever format that are retired from current record systems. Second is to provide a reference service based upon the records. The third is to preserve and secure the records from loss or damage. And the last one is to dispose of all records that held in accordance with the disposal schedules and plans. Our core business is storage and maintenance of records, reference and access for records, appraisal for records with enduring or permanent value. Number 4 is disposition of records, either transfer to archive or secure destruction. The overview of our company is, our company name is Kashaf Record Center. This company is established in year March 2020. Our company focus on commercial type, and our target audience is a private sector.
Here is our organization structure for Kashaf Record Center. Our record manager is Ms. Wanur Aisyah, and one of her job description is establish new record management system. Our record supervisor is Ms. Amira Farha, and one of her job description is responsible for overseeing the storage, backup, maintenance, and disposition of all records. The person in charge for our administration is Ms. Nur Fairuz Aida, and one of her job description is maintaining record warehouse facilities. The person in charge for our storage and processing is Muhammad Zaidi and Miss Jasmine, and one of their record description is supervise the activity of worker engaged in receiving and storing the material. Next, the person in charge for reference and access is Muhammad Faizal, and one of his job description is provide technical or reference support to staff. Last but not least, the person in charge for our security is Muhammad Amir and Iskandar, and one of their job description is protect people and property from criminal activities.
Okay, so for today I am going to explain about chapter 3, which is collecting information about record center. So the first one is record survey. We choose web browsing. During this pandemic, it is hard for us to do a site visit. In other meanings, it is also hard for us to find information in other company. So we had to do survey and collect all information just by web browsing. So we do a web browsing from a Crown website, and we get a lot of information there in creating as a reference in creating our record center. Okay, and then outcomes. Outcomes is about explain existing record policy. So in our record center, each record has a policy which will make it easier to maintain and retrieve it. Our record center hosts and stores semi-current records only. All records transferred to our record center must be easily accessible and must be managed well. So the firstly is our accessionings on semi-current record. So our record center will be subject to precise control procedure when we receive the semi-current record. Then our record officer will apply disposal schedules and instructions in arranging it for the transfer from the office to the record center. So before any transfer has been made, it must be agreed by the head of the record center. So which means our semi-current records will be transferred to the record center, and our record center will send an appropriate number of empty boxes and a supply of record center transfer list. So next we will keep a record of the number boxes and list supplied for purposes of stock control. So I have given the steps on the report, and it has 15 steps including all the steps on transferring the record. So number 3 is disposition action. So our record center disposal of records include destructions of obsolete files and transfer of record that have a value but infrequently use of record to the archival institutions. So before destroying a record, it must be written with specific authority based on procedures. So every destruction of record comes from the disposal schedules and approval from our record officer. So none of the records that must be destroyed are without the permissions from our record officer. So before our company destroy the record, we will make 3 completed copies of the record, which is the first one should go into the master transfer file, the second copy should go in the action date file, and the third copy should go in the record office transfer file. So Kashaf are using second copy frequently in determining the action date before disposal. We will always check up on the second copy to ensure that we are aware and updated with the action date. Our record officer will use a noticeable marker for each file. We have chosen 2 colors, which is the red colors for the early 6 months, while the green one is for the late 6 months. Okay, so from the noticeable marker, our officer can monitor the action date that needs to be checked for further perusal. So our record officer will know which record is inactive, and Kashaf Record Center has the authority to destroy the record when the action date arrives. So our record officer will notify the creating agency, and before we destroy, we must receive the confirmation from them about the inactive record. So the confirmation from the creating agency is important before we destroy the record. Since then, our staff will send a form of record center disposal for their copy and notice. So after getting the form that has been sent to the creating agencies, we will start with the destruction procedures for the inactive record. I have prepared the steps on the report. And next is about estimated amount of record for 10 years. This is just an estimated. So in Kashaf Record Center, we use track that have been divided by creating agency, name order. It is easier to retrieve when checking for the action date and easy to inform the creating agency. In one rack, it has 4 levels. Every level is filled with 15 records. So to conclude, in one rack there are around 60 records. Those records are stored in a box. Our estimated amount of records for another 10 years, Kashaf Record Center are able to afford 30 million and added 30 30 million FT3 and added 5.5 million FT2 warehouse spaces. We also hope that we could increase our employees so indirectly we can reduce unemployment in Malaysia. Our target for another 10 years is having more than 10,000 clients and over 38 million carton store. This target will always be a dream for us to achieve. What are we planning for further 10 years ahead? To be the number one choice as a record center in Malaysia and can compete or be a role model with another record center.
Okay, next is chapter 4, which is deciding a physical sites for the record center. Kashaf Record Center is located at Manjung Perak. The location has been chosen because it was one of the most livable cities. It's because one of our factor why we choose Manjung Perak as a place for our company. Our private sector is a nearby with the private organization which is near with the manufacturing sector and port. It is very located and strategic. It was one of our advantage to get user from manufacturing sector and port. And Manjung is a city that located in the middle of Perak. It can be one of developed city in the future, and because it is very strategic and also has many sector in Manjung. According to the disaster concern, Kashaf Record Center is a very concerned about this because it is one of our challenges. We already take action before we opening our company to ensure our building or company is safe from any disaster. Our company is in the middle of the city, so it can prevent any landslide or flood. It is because we already do some research about the place with the expert in order to prevent any disaster. Even though we did some research and preparation about disaster, we are also ready to face any problem or disaster in future, like an earthquake or short circuit. It is because we do not know what will happen in the future, but always keep in ready to take action if anything happen. The next is our company also provide transportations to pick up and send all the documents to customer. We are also concerned with the customer that do not have any transportation to send the document to our company. So we provide a transportation for them. We have one lorry and 2 units of vans to give service transportation to our customer. It will make our customer satisfied with our service. We also have a normal road. We also use a normal road or sometimes highway to go to our customer place. We also take seriously what road has been used by our driver. It's good to say we are ready to go to customer place to take the document, even if it may take a long journey rather than using a public transportation. Next is furthermore, we also have a communication system to communicate with our customer. We also use the system as a platform for customer to inform or if they want to contact us to use our service. Our company has many type of platform contact such as fax, hotline, internet facility, website and mail. If the customer would like to contact us, they can use this kind of platform to use our service. This platform is to make it easier for customer to find and contact us.
This is the illustration of our Kashaf Record Center. The illustration has been designed by me. We decided to rent a building at Manjung Perak. Our building has 2 levels. Next, for the floor plan of Kashaf Record Center, the left side is first level and the right side for second level. For the left side, we have loading bay, the room 1 until the room 6. The room 1 until the room 6, there is a room where the process and the activities for record management is doing here. And for the lift, The lift will bring us to the second level, and second level has balcony, research room, counter, toilet, and kitchen. Toilet and kitchen are only can be used by our staff only. Next, this is total expenses for build up our building. So we decided to categorize it. The first one is the building rent cost for monthly is about 2,200 ringgit. For renovation cost is about 32,000 ringgit. Electrical wiring cost is 5,400 ringgit. And the last one, equipment cost is 15,000 ringgit. Last, for the total expenses is 54,600 ringgit.
Next is Chapter 6, which is conducting a pilot project to manage the record of selected agency. The first agency that choose me for the record center is Sapura Energy Berhad, which is oil and gas. Sapura Energy Berhad is one of our customer that use our service. This company is located at Seri Manjung, Perak. They started using our service a couple of months after we launched our opening ceremony. They know our company by a promotion meeting that we had arranged before we start our service. They trust us as a record center because our founder of Kashaf, is one of the best employees in Regalia Record Management Sendia Merhat, and she also has a good connection with her old company, which is a Regalia Record Management. The next is Baustit Holding Berhad. Baustit Holding Berhad is our second customer or company that use our services. This company is located at Ipoh Perak. They know our company from the event that has been organized by the Crown Record Management Malaysia, which is this record center is one of the famous record center that Malaysia have. And at the event, all the new record center companies like us will present their company to get trust from the customer to use the services that has been provided. From there, the customer will know what company that near or what company is suitable for them to use. Next is Vale Malaysian Mineral Sendia Berhad. Vale Malaysia Mineral Sendia Berhad is located near our company, which is at Manjung, Perak. They started using our service after we did a promotion event in order to introduce our company and to get trust. The event has been run by setting up a meeting with a company that is near our record center. This company started to trust us as a record center after 3 months we met together. They also know us from our website that has been promoted by the famous and expert record center in Malaysia. Next, our strength of our company is firstly is near a creating agency. Our company is located in the middle of city and surrounded by manufacturing sector and port. So it is our strength to get customer because it is easy to them to use our services. And then the second one is the facility of our staff, whereby we provide a good facility for staff. Not only give the best service for the customer, we also concern with our staff, and we also provide a good facility to them to ensure they do not lose focus when they work. We provided a cheerful pantry for them to relax, and also a special room for them to release tension. We also provide a good conditioned workspace like air conditioner, their own PC, and comfortable space to do works. Next is space that we use for storage. We use a rack to store all the document that companies that the customer send. So it is because rack is the best space for record to store the record, because the rack can prevent the document from the damage rather than use any storage like wardrobe or anything else. So the next is security. We are very concerned with the security of our company because and we also hire a guard to ensure our building is safe. And furthermore, we also use a high level of security in our building. For example, CCTV, window defender, card access as a theft control system. And then for the weaknesses that we face is firstly is costing, because yeah, maybe customer we say that our company charge a high cost, but with the cost that they pay to us, we will give the best services that comparable with the famous record center in Malaysia. It is because our staff have a good experience working at the famous record center in Malaysia before they join our company. From there, we can use the experience to give an advantage, to take the advantage from the experience to improve our company.
Recommendation solution for the weaknesses. To overcome the problem of costing server maintenance, we are considered to change the server into the new system that called as crowd system. Crowd system allow company to place or save the data or any record at other places around the world. Even the data are placed at other places, we still put the highest level of security concerns to avoid the data are being taken by others. Only authorized person can access the record by using special codes. In dealing with transportation issue, we will make a scheduled trip to ensure our loading bay was not full with transport while transferring the material from printing agency to our record center. At the same time, we will avoid the possibility of confusing, exchanging or misplacing the record because of overload of materials. Kashaf Record Center launched at EMV Hall, Seri Manjung on March 2020. We invite some private companies such as Sapura Energy Berhad, Boston Holding Berhad, Vil Malaysia Minerals Semiran Berhad, and Purnama Teknik Semiran Berhad to approach and to introduce our record center, and we also want to ensure they are aware of our existence. We also invite some media to publish a news regarding our record center. Kashaf Record Center approached all of these companies by sending invitation letters. On my right hand side is the tentative for the launching program. Promotional activity to the public about the launching program. We are using printed and non-printed format to promote our launching program. We are sending invitation letter to the nearby companies and media to join our launching program to expand their knowledge and to expand their information regarding our record center. Other than that, Kashaf Record Center distribute a poster and a montage regarding our record center to the network for expand public attention.
Okay, so for chapter 8, caring for records in different formats. So our record center is following and implemented the preservation method to ensure that the records are well maintained. The main reason why we preserve it according to the right way is because it prolongs the usable life of useful record. Everyone inside the record center is involved with record management or preservation as a common responsibility for our physical security and protection. So number 1 is temperature and humidity. Incorrect temperature and humidity can cause significant damage to records. So Kashaf Record Center are very particular about its primary importance to provide a cool and dry storage area. So Kashaf Record Center temperature is between 13 Celsius to 20 Celsius, which is the right temperature for record center to maintain their record. Relative humidity should be around 35% to 60% in order to maintain these set points. Heating, ventilating, air conditioning systems are required. High humidity above 65% encourage more mildew and pest activity. So it is important that all storage areas must be ventilated. Kashaf Record Center have air circulation between the record boxes and between the shelf. So number 2 is lighting. For lighting, as known, light accelerates deterioration of record center. So Kashaf Record Center are well known and apply with the right durations of exposure light toward the records. So records should be kept as low as possible for the time feasible. When not in use, records should be stored in light-tight container or in a windowless room. The windows in Kashaf Record Center are covered with drape, shades and blinds that completely block the sun. So Kashaf are avoiding the permanent exhibitions of materials since even slight exposure to light is damaging. So even if it need to be displayed, it should be for a short time and at the lowest light level. So lastly, Kashaf Record Center will turn lights off in the storage area when not in use. So number 3 is theft. Our record center is using card access as a theft control system. We are using the latest card reader, which is the AHR 200 series. So we also provided remote access to visitors or contractors that do not have personal authorizations for added convenience as a precaution to be aware with the user that visited our record center. Also, we are using closed-circuit televisions or CCTV. Our record center has specifically placed 10 camera video images. This is to help the staff to monitor the safety of the record center. Lastly is Window Defender. Theft control access isn't only for physical access, but instead it includes Windows safety. So the reason why we included Window Defenders in our record center is because we digitize some of the records and other important files for our human resource department and other department that keep the file through the digitizations. So as a precautionary measure, we use the latest security intelligence, which is 1.317 Microsoft. Continually update security intelligence in anti-malware products. This is as our Windows Defender, antivirus, and Microsoft anti-malware. So for the number 4 is fire control. For fire control, our record center is using dry chemical powder. And we are using dry chemical powder extinguisher as our fire control because they are powerful and quickly work to extinguish fires. They are versatile and can be used in many types of fires. They are compact and do not take up a lot of space, and they are less expensive than some types of extinguisher, and they are safer than some types and can be used on electrical fires and our record care. So last for the number 4 is for fire protection. Kashaf has installed some smoke detectors that are capable of detecting a fire with automatic fire alarms linked to the fire station or security office fitted throughout the record center. Most importantly, smoking must be strictly prohibited around the record center. And then number 5 is pest control. The term pest control refers to the practice of regulating or managing different pest species that cause great damage to humans, animals, plants, and records. So there are various pest control methods that are used to control pest infestations. So before recreating the agencies, we are using the preventive treatment, which is treatment against the subterranean termites, which is a soil treatment. It must be done before the constructions or known as pre-constructions. So this non-repellent termiticide is environmentally friendly. And after the record center has used the soil treatment, we also do corrective treatment, which is post-constructions. Corrective treatments provide total protections of buildings that were not chemically soil treated during the construction stage, or the soil treatment was done some years back and the chemical effect has already been biodegraded. To prevent further subterranean termite invasion to the building, corrective treatment will be recommended. Lastly, we will do our regular inspections, which is early detections is essential to minimize costly damage and repair from any subterranean termite infestations. So number 6 is disaster control. Disaster control is measures taken before, during or after hostile actions or natural or man-made disaster to reduce the probability of damage, minimize its effect, and initiate recovery. So we are using mitigations as our preparedness planning, which also brought the meaning of actions that can help reduce or eliminate the risk from natural disaster. For example, hurricane and tornado, we have installed hurricane strap to secure the roof to the walls and foundation. So we have also installed and maintained storm shutter to protect all exposed windows and glass surface. And we also installed a safe room inside our record center to protect against several wind hazards. Our record center is fully inspected by building professionals to ensure that roof and other building components are capable of withstanding wind effect. And then number 2 is flooding. We have elevated the main breaker or fuse box and other utility matters above the anticipated floor level in our record center so that the flood water won't damage our utilities. We also buy the flood insurance to cover the value of our record center.
Next, the plan for costing services. The total of expenses for our record center has been counted by administration. Thus, based on the table, there are the budget expenses in amount. The first one is salary cost. We manually count the salary based on each position of worker in our record center. We decided not to have more staff for reduce the cost in our record center. The first staff that has been exists in our record center is record manager. Record manager, the salary is about 5,000 ringgit. Record supervisor, 4,000 ringgit. Administration, 2,800 ringgit. Storage and processing, 2,500 ringgit for 2 person. Reference and access, 2,500 ringgit. The last one is security for 2 person, 1,800 ringgit. Next, the cost of rental building. We had decided to rent the building for our record center at Manjong, Perak. The building is not very old and it is reasonable price. Monthly rent amount is about 2,200 ringgit and the amount payable for the 1 year period is about 26,400 ringgit. Lastly, the cost for services and equipment that has been charged for our clients. The budget expenses for the services is based on 5 creating agencies that use our record center services in a month. The amount is about 13,000 ringgit. They are the example of services that will charge toward clients. The first one is consulting services, distraction services, pickup and delivery services, document imaging, and on-site mobile trading. Thank you.
Conclusion is, we hope Kashaf Record Center will be in the high level of the other record center in Malaysia. We also hope that the problem that we will face in the future can be solved and overcome. Also improving our record center from time to time. We will make our customer feel safe for their records with us when with us and always take priority to our customer.